How can your children be your retirement benefits? Their parents, your children are not your retirement benefits. Uh huh. Yes, your children are not your retirement fund. Create, build your own wealth. When the Bible talks about a wise man leaves inheritance for his children's children, aside living good morals, aside living values, you are to leave wealth for your children by creating a system they can fall in once they get older. It's so bad here in Africa that a child that has not even cannot even take care of himself. The parents are already on his neck to provide and train the elder ones, sorry, the younger ones. I mean, how did we get here? I thought you're supposed to create an inheritance. When the Bible says a wise man leaves inheritance for his children's children, what does it mean? Somebody told me at least the values you impact in them, the values, the morals, the love. Yes, but leave wealth. Create a system of cash flow that can leave something for those kids. You and I know that after going to school, you might not get that job. And secondly, the most people that employ you, where you call, I'm doing white collar job. Some people that own those so-called white collar job haven't gone to school. I don't want to mention names. Some of us know what I'm talking about. So the least you can do is to be intentional to build a wealth system, to create wealth for these children, create a system of cash flow they can fall back at, they can fall into when they're done with school. That is inheritance. That is what the Bible is talking about. You can't, that job you're doing, can you transfer it to your children? Any job you're doing that is not transferable is a scam. Yes. Any job you're into, you can't transfer to your children. You're wasting your time. Create a system that works. Create a financial cash flow where they can fall back at. It's so appalling that children finish school, they're walking around the streets looking for nothing to do, looking for something and they can't find. And the parents are there, I don't know, doing God knows what. Use your youthful strength to create a system of cash flow for those children because you would wait for them to give you a retirement benefit because your mind is assuming back to them, this child is my life, this child is this. We don't have issues with that. Your child is your life, your child is your life, or your child is not your retirement benefit. Build wealth, create a system of wealth for them. Let them fall into it. Let them get growth to manage it from you. Let there be a transgenerational wealth. There are companies you know that have outlived the people that started it and their children are managing it. So you can do that. So this is me motivating you to create a system of cash flow for your children. Be intentional with creating generational wealth by creating a business that flows, a business that cash flows and the children can always fall back to. Okay, this is where I would tell parents, if you know you have a business, get your children involved in that business. Get them to know the ABC of that your business. You can't be a businessman. Your children are all abroad. Nobody has an idea of what you're doing. And it's from that business you sent them to school and send them overseas. And now, who do you want to manage that business? An outsider? What exactly were you thinking? A good business should be able to sustain itself. And it can only sustain itself when you involve these children in it. So that's the least you can do for these children. Get them involved. Get them into the business. They might be in school. It's okay. After school, they should be there. If you're not getting them involved, you're not carrying them along in that business, that your business has no future. It cannot be transferred to them as a generational wealth. And where you're vibing them to go and work, excuse me, that is somebody's job, that is somebody's business, that is somebody's dream. Please, the least you can do is to get your kids involved. Create it if you don't have it. And if you have it, let these kids be involved in it. Please, it is very important. Let your children be involved in knowing the rudiments of the business, in knowing how the cash flow works. Because that is the only way you can sustain generational wealth. If there is no cash flow, consistent cash flow, you won't be able to have generational wealth. So